Start our show as we always do by the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most high, the most merciful, the especially merciful. Another show, another day. Today we have a new guest with us, Brother Abdallah Jasim.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Brother Abdallah Jasim is known in the community, mashallah, as a good friend of ours. Old friend of ours, mashallah. We go way back. Him, his brother Umar, and his family, mashallah. And it's been about a week since the passing.
Several weeks, a couple of weeks.
SubhanAllah, time goes by quick, subhanAllah.
Yeah.
We talked about this issue back several weeks ago, subhanAllah, about the passing of his mother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on her. Mohamad Jasim, rahmatullah alayha. And we said dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet has taught us, لله ما أخذ وله ما أعطى وكل شيء عنده مقدار فلتصبر وتحتسب. This is for him and his family. And we say it again, alhamdulillah, today. Because subhanAllah, the passing of her was a tragic situation on all of us. And subhanAllah, but this is life, and the ending is coming for everybody. And this is the truth that we all have to live by. We have to all understand and know and believe. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us rules in this life to live by in order for you, when the ending time comes, you won't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't worry about those who pass away, because by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are in a better place. And the Jannah is what we consider as a better place for all Muslims. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us Jannah all the Muslim people who passed away. Rahmatullah alayhum jami'an. So we asked Brother Abdullah to introduce himself. A lot of you guys on the internet might know him, mashallah, from his comedy and from the community, mashallah. So, bismillah, tafaddal.
So my name is Abdallah Jasim. I'm a chemical engineer by day and a comedian by night. And I just try to make videos that are funny, goofy, but also have some sort of whether it's a small message or a big message, just something that people can learn from.
Mashallah.
So that's kind of the intent of what I do.
Okay, mashallah. You've been on YouTube for quite a while, mashallah, now, huh?
Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, yeah, like the whole social media thing. So it's been like 4 or 5 years now since I started.
Mashallah. What got you into comedy, first of all? I know you were always goofy and messing around.
I was always
funny.
Yeah, I was always a goofy kid. But I think what actually made me start my first video was I was gonna get engaged to this girl.
Okay.
And she kept on sending me like videos, Arab vines of other like Arab guys, like, oh my God, he's so funny. Oh my God, he's so funny. And I got jealous. I was like, what? Like, I'm gonna show you what's funny.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, I made a video and it did really well. And I was like, all right. I mean, I have a lot more ideas, so it just kept on going. So that's what really got the ball rolling. It was jealousy.
Okay, jealousy. So you started off with Vine, I guess, huh? No.
Yeah, Vine. Like this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, back in the day when Vine was popping.
And then I switched to Snapchat and like Instagram and Facebook, and now I'm trying to go into YouTube. So it's been a journey, and I do stand-up comedy as well, and so it's fun. I enjoy it. It's passionate.
That's beautiful to have a career for a Muslim brother to do something that people are actually looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I believe that you have a message in your videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of them I noticed, which is the one that you did in the supermarket where you guys were like looking at a black brother who walked in the store, and you all of a sudden you're like, yo, get ready for this.
Yeah, like watch him. Man, it's because like a lot of Arabs, they own businesses.
That's true.
And they just have a certain view of
stereotypes.
Stereotype, exactly. So we want to just say like, hey, listen, man, like You can't just look at somebody and assume all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Right away, right.
Yeah. So I tried to just tackle that like straight up. Like, listen, Arabs, we need to chill out with that, and we need to be better as humans, as people. You know?
Exactly. And subhanAllah, that kind of brings us to our topic for today, which is people stereotype us in a way of a lot of misconceptions.
Mhm.
And subhanAllah, the misconceptions that we have, there might be some issues in the media that allow this to happen, and this is subhanAllah unfortunate, but it's happening. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Where people look at us in a stereotypical way, and khalas, everybody is at it.
Mhm.
Everybody, once they see something on TV, this is all the Muslims or the Arab,
Mhm.
which is not true. Which is not true at all.
Yeah, it's like a propaganda machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's happening, subhanAllah. One of them is very famous, of course, terrorism.
Mhm.
Terrorism. And subhanAllah, as much as people talk about it and keep coming back and forth and talking about it, people are still looking at Muslims as that.
Mhm.
Even though you see that on TV from different groups.
Yeah.
But you-
Statistically, it's not even accurate.
Exactly.
Like, if you look at the actual, acts of terrorism in America, Muslims
In America or the world
in the
or
world,
history.
yeah, exactly. Like it's not accurate. But what the news, everybody watches the news, and if the news says something, then that's it. People automatically
believe it.
click on it and then cling on it, and that's it.
Subhanallah.
It's kind of sad.
And that is very sad. A lot of the people who are watching or listening, if you are a Muslim and you know that there are misconceptions out there, your job is to clarify.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Teach.
Definitely.
Bring to the understanding of the people that this is not the truth about Islam.
Mhm.
And this is a message, this is a responsibility of all Muslims and humans also, because even if I see a Christian or a Jew and I see him doing something wrong, I can't just say all Christians are this person.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because we do have Muslims who don't act right.
100%.
That's for sure.
100%.
We live in Detroit. We live in Dearborn. We see crazy Muslims out there. Yani, with the all the rap songs out there, or the acting, or the crazy stuff. People want to be like them, and then they act wrong too.
Mhm.
They want to be somebody that they're not,
Mhm.
and they run into situations where they make it look bad for other Muslims.
Mhm.
Now we're going to talk about some funny misconceptions that are out there. Since we have a comedian with us, one of them is that we're camel jockeys.
Camel jockeys. Yep.
Camel
Yep.
jockeys.
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they just think Arab, they think camel, they think sand. They're like, all right, camel jockeys. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, if you actually look at statistically, we are very educated people. You know what I'm saying? I'm an engineer. Like, there's a lot. Like, our parents don't want us to just be anything, right? They force you to either become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer.
Doctor, Muhandis,
Yeah,
Mohamad.
that's it. Those are the three. And that's why it's kind of important for us to because we have so many of those that we need to kind of, okay, what about comedy? What about entertainment? What about radio shows? What about these things that the Arab culture doesn't really see fitting, right? They're like, that's not important. But in reality it is, because people listening to this they need some sort of entertainment, or they're just gonna listen to something else, right? So I commend you for what you're doing. It's fun.
Jazakallah khair, man. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate you being here.
Gotta do it.
Now another misconception, and this is all because people see women, Muslim women, out there in the streets or at work or at school, and they seem all covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to make it very clear that women are doing that out of choice.
100%.
They are not forced to do that. It's a big misconception
100%.
that women are forced to wear that. Like if you go outside the house and you're not wearing this, you're gonna get laughed or something.
Like I have 4 sisters, and obviously my mother, Allah
Mashallah,
passed away, and they all had the decision. You make the decision, and the decision is based on the girl herself and her, like religiously, does she want to do it or not? That's literally what it comes down to. So it's just sad because people don't even ask; they just assume. right?
That's
They just
it.
look and they see, oh, she's wearing a scarf, and no, in reality, the scarf is actually a beautiful thing because it takes away the whole sexual vibe of everything. It becomes like, okay, I want to talk to this person because of who she is,
Exactly.
versus what she looks like or what she's, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it really, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful, and I think that, you know, if you have any misconceptions, talk to a Muslim, get to know one.
That's
That's
right.
the most important thing to do. And then for Muslims, if you're at work, you know, and somebody asks, don't shy away. I mean, just straight up say it. You know, like be confident of who you are.
Exactly. Don't be apologetic.
Yeah, man. Just
Say it
straight
how
up
it
say
is.
it. You know, like this guy right here looks scary as hell, but I'm sure if you talk to him, he's a real nice guy. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. I'll be nice.
Exactly.
So, subhanAllah, this brings to the mind the ayah in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, right after ayah Kursi. La ikraha fi din. La ikraha fi din. There is no force in Islam, in deen.
Mhm.
It's not at all. Even on salah, even on fasting, there's no force.
Mhm.
If you don't understand what you're doing and your intention inside your heart is not really doing this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what are you doing it for? Are you doing it just to look like a pious person in front of everybody? Are you doing it to please your father, your mother, or your husband, or your wife, or whatever? You know what I mean? La ikraha fi din, this says it all. This is like a baseline.
Mhm.
So this is something that you, as a Muslim and a non-Muslim, whoever is listening or watching, must understand. In Islam, there's no force whatsoever. I can't force my daughter. I can't force my brother. I can't force my friend. I can't force nobody. I can't force nothing on you. As a human being, it's not going to work.
Mhm.
Because once you put it in your head, you're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it.
Exactly.
But if you understand the basis of it and know why you wear the hijab as a sister and know why you pray as a Muslim in general, then you're just going to do it automatically.
Mhm.
And no, women do not wear the hijab 24/7. It's not like they go to sleep with the
Oh
hijab.
god, that's the stupidest misconception. Like, how can you even think that's possible? Like imagine wearing something all day, every day. Like, come on, they don't
Not
take
take it.
showers with them. They don't make you go to sleep with them. Can you imagine? No, man. They actually they look clean when you see them. They're clean. They're all like, you know, it's all preppy and stuff. Like they take it seriously,
Right.
you know. So that's just ridiculous. I don't even think if that's really a misconception. Like y'all need to
Chill out.
read or something for real.
It's true.
That's
it's true.
disappointing, man. Wallah, it's like, come on, man. Just have a little common sense, you know?
Right. It's true. And no, girls don't. You know, they're not born with it on. You know.
Oh God.
Wallahi, there's some funny jokes out there, but
Sure.
it's because there's lack of information.
Mhm.
Ignorance is just subhanallah is the enemy of everything.
Sure.
So if you are ignorant, please educate yourself.
I don't think they know they're ignorant. I think they're just like, you know, I think it's really, this is what needs to happen. What we're talking about right now. People need to listen to this. This needs to be mainstream, right? Because people don't. There isn't a show about a hijabi.
Uh-huh.
There isn't a movie about a hijabi. So like that's why it's important for us to actually start creating content and being out there and creating shows and movies that represent our story.
That's true.
Really.
Wallahi, it's very necessary.
Because the only way that these ignorant people are gonna actually understand is by watching it and being entertained by it. That's why I think comedy is so powerful, because you can cross boundaries with it. You know, you can really, you know,
you can hit spots.
No one else can hit. You know,
that no one can hit. Well,
exactly. You can spread a message that's very like, but if you do it in a funny way, they're like, okay,
they'll take it.
Yeah.
We want to advertise on this show, and this show is not only the radio at 14:40 a.m., but it is also on YouTube. It is also on Facebook. It is on podcasts. So your advertisement will reach a lot of people, inshallah ta'ala. So we are open for that, inshallah. Reach out and find out more about this once we listen to these two sponsors, inshallah. Bismillah. This show is brought to you by Air Duct Clean. Air Duct Clean provides air duct cleaning and HVAC services. We improve indoor air. Let us clean and maintain your ducts and HVAC system so you can breathe easier. To schedule an appointment, call 888-948-DUCT. That's 888-948-DUCT. Available 24/7. Find us online at www.airductclean.com. Air Duct Clean. We clean it cleaner. Baked by Baba, introducing a variety of nut crumb cobbler custard with fruit-filled pies. All pies are made with a variety of nuts crumbed together in a wheat crumb crust filled with custard variations like cream cheese custard, banana custard, sweet potato or butternut squash custard, mango custard, just to name a few, and topped off with different fruit toppings like pineapple, blueberry, strawberry, apple, and many more. My mouth is watering just talking about it. The size of these pies is 7 inches by 2 inches and selling at only $7.99. That's right, $7.99. 2 pies for $15. 2 or more pies get a free delivery, and only $3 for delivery if you're ordering only a single pie. Get yours today. Get it quick. You haven't tasted a pie unless it was baked by Baba. Call now, 313-247-7391. 313-247-7391. Make your orders now, 313-247-7391. And they are ready for big orders as well. Baked by Baba. Get your pie today, please.
Well, you got a New York accent. Where are you from? You got pies. Come get your pies.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I grew up in Brooklyn, so you know. So that's where that comes from.
That's hilarious.
But I've been in Detroit for so long, so alhamdulillah, Detroit is lovely.
Okay, the D.
And the beautiful thing about Detroit, and that's the reason why my father brought us here, is, mashallah, we got a big community of Arab and Muslims out here.
Yeah.
And he was looking for a place for us to be raised out right, because being out places where there's no Muslims and stuff is very hard, very difficult.
Definitely.
Alhamdulillah. So mashallah, you were born here in Detroit?
No, I was born in Arizona.
Arizona. What?
Yep. And then I moved to Detroit when I was like 2 or 3. So
okay.
So I was raised in Detroit, but I was born in Arizona, down south.
Down south. Mashallah, you been back there or no?
No, I've never been back.
Just Detroit, huh?
Just Detroit, yeah.
So you are married now?
No.
So that engagement didn't
work out. No, but inshallah.
But it created a YouTube channel.
Exactly. Yeah. With every calamity, comes something better. Yeah.
So, mashallah, you're looking now, huh?
Alhamdulillah.
Muhandis, engineer, خلاص, ready to go.
I got one thing going for me, you know what I'm saying? So, ladies, holla at your boy.
Mashallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with a beautiful wife and a pious wife. Allahumma ameen. So we're back to our topic where we're talking about some misconceptions out there. Some funny ones, very hilarious, and some are very important to mention. And the thing is, this one that we're about to mention is a principle, it's fundamental in Islam. People think that we actually worship the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is very important. This is a big no-no. You know what I mean? We worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Most High, the one and only deity worthy of being worshipped. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a messenger, and he's the last and sealing messenger of all prophets. And he came with the same message that all prophets had, from Adam, peace be upon him, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, all of them had the same message. Only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, with no partners, and because he is the only one worthy of being worshipped, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the carrier of this message. We don't worship him. We take his message that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent through him to us, and we live by it. He is a holy person. He is he's up there, of course, but he's not at the level of a God. We don't give him that status. We don't look at him in that way, because if we do, then we actually come out of Islam, because that becomes shirk. That becomes polytheistic beliefs, and we don't do that. We believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger, and the Holy Quran is the book that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent down to us. It is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to us, telling us our religion, and telling us what to do in this life. Another misconception is that we speak what they call Islamic, or speak Arabic only.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
No, that's not true at all. There's Islam is spread everywhere. You got Russian Muslims, you got Chinese Muslims, you got African Muslims, European Muslims, American Muslims. I mean, Islam is not a race.
Exactly. That's a beautiful
Islam
one.
is
Yeah.
not a race, and a lot of people think that Arabs are the only Muslims, but in reality, if you look at the ratio and the percentages, it's not. It's actually we're
The
a
lowest
minority. We're a
minority.
minority. That's great. Like think about it. Like Malaysia, Indonesia, they have like 80-90% of like their entire country is Muslim. Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. So that's just another ignorant misconception that people just don't
Misconception.
understand, right?
Do
But
some homework, guys.
yeah.
People, whoever is having these thoughts, you got to do some homework. SubhanAllah, we got all this information that we have on the internet, and again, not all internet is authentic, and not all internet is true.
Yeah, like
Gotta be
Fox
careful.
News, stay away from that. You know what I'm saying?
You said it. Yes. Yes, Fox, CNN, NBC, ABC, all these companies out there, they're commercial companies. You know what I mean? Even if you go on YouTube and there's some crazy folks out there talking some nonsense and stuff like that, even if you heard it,
Go to a mosque.
that's right. There's the masajid all over the place. Detroit, mashallah, alone, we have, like in the area that we live in, like we
It's
have
like 10.
at least, it's not even, we have so many masajid, alhamdulillah.
And they'll welcome you. They're not going to be like, no, get out from here. Like, no, they'll actually be like, they want to talk to you. They want to, we're all about preaching, but not like Jehovah Witnesses. We ain't going to knock at your door. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Come, we'll let you know. Like, we're not trying to force anything, like you said initially, right? If you want to know, just talk to a Muslim. That's the best way to because if online, it's kind of shady. You really don't know who you're listening to, right? And based off of what you've searched before and how your Facebook is and all that stuff, the algorithms they will suggest things to you that they won't suggest to me. That makes sense, right? So if you're like a super like Trump blah blah blah, they might not, and you search up Islam, the algorithm in Google and in Facebook will actually take you to stuff that you want to see, which is like
Trump talking about
which is not exactly. Whereas when I search it, it's like giving me information that I actually need. So there's a bigger role in all of this. That's why I think it's more important for you to meet a Muslim and just talk to them.
Meet in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not scary. I swear we ain't gonna bite. You know what I'm saying? I got like my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious though. It might be scary, but it's not offensive. It's not offensive to come up to somebody and be like, "Hey, I have a question." And people usually be like, "Listen, man, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna ask you this question. Like, I apologize. I don't want to offend
in
you."
advance.
Yeah, it's like, man, just ask the question. It's cool, bro. Like, even if it's offensive, I'll find a way to make it so that it's
punch you in the face. No, I'm not gonna punch you in the face.
If he punches you in the face, you're dead. It's over. But yeah, I think that's the message that I really do want to push out there.
And that's the reason for shows like this, wallahi. And you have to understand how important shows like this, not me here, but all shows out on YouTube from brothers who are serious about this. It's to break the ice. There's a lot of people who are kind of hesitant to hear this. And that's why we share stories of brothers who became Muslim, mashallah. There's stories of people who are Muslim, but maybe they weren't living the Islamic way all the way through, and then all of a sudden they found the right path. It's important to share these information because some people are sitting there like they're hesitant to either ask a question or take a step, or sometimes they're hesitant to do something harmful to somebody. Like a story that is very famous on YouTube and social media. Somebody was going to do something real bad, and then his daughter actually convinced him to go search for some very tiny information. Once he found the information correctly, he remembered that what he did or what the things that he was thinking about doing was horrible, and that these people that he was thinking that they were very bad turned out to be normal people, just like him and I and everybody else. You know what I mean? So mosques are not sitting, people inside the mosques are not there teaching bad things. We're wide open. All our lectures are recorded on YouTube, on Facebook. We're not hiding anything. We are our transparent religion. 100%. There's nothing that we hide in the mosque that you wouldn't be able to hear here or anywhere else. You're allowed to come to the mosque, even if you're not Muslim. You come, you listen to the lectures, you listen to whatever talks that we have, whatever classes that we have. Feel free to listen to it. You know what I mean? And if you think that we're hiding anything, come through, man.
swear, like, what, you think we have like those little monkey bars inside the ISIS training
Jihadi
sites?
ISIS
Yeah,
training
like, come on,
sites.
man, that's ridiculous, bro. We all have normal lives. We all, you know what I'm saying? We gotta use the bathroom, we gotta eat.
Yeah.
You know, we're humans, you know.
Exactly.
We're funny. Honestly, Arabs is specifically hilarious. Like, we have the most, you know, just ratchet humor ever. Like, I
Oh,
swear to
man.
God, like, if you come into an Arab household and you see what's going on, it's hilarious. That's where all my comedy comes from. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's why I really want to show the essence of what an Arab family is, because people may be afraid. They think that, you know, my dad came to me at second grade and was like, all right, you gotta put this wire with this wire, and then like, come on, man, that's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous to think like that. Seriously. So it's just like, that's why I try to. I want to really bring the original story out, because that's not out yet.
That's true.
What's actually going on in our household.
Exactly.
And if you see what's actually going on, it's hilarious. It's
Authentic
funny.
story,
yeah,
right?
authenticity is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's sad that we have to even talk about this kind of stuff still. You know what I'm
But
saying?
alhamdulillah, we're breaking the ice. We're bringing information to the people. We I told you, man, 30 minutes go on.
Oh, yeah.
Real
Yeah,
quick. We got like 2 more minutes left.
So good.
Oh, one more minute. Wow, subhanAllah. First of all, we got to thank Brother Abdullah for coming through. Thank you so much. We thank all the listeners and all the people who are subscribing, people who are tuning in. We thank you so much for supporting us. Alhamdulillah, this is great. This is amazing. This is again your show. This is your platform. Please feel free to communicate with us. Come through and give us your feedback. Again, we're here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 12 until 12:30 on YouTube, the Revert, on Facebook, also the Revert Show. We just started on Instagram, also the Revert Show. So stay with us. We'd love to see you again. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you again, inshallah, tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.
Make sure to make dua for my mom, guys.
Yes. Rahmatullahi alayha.
Assalamu alaikum.